All right, what's up, y'all? Man, it's your boy Corey. I'm with my brothers, man.
What's up?
My brother from the same mother and my brother from another mother.
What it do?
And right now, man, this is gonna be hip hop talk, man. We're gonna talk about some hip hop, man, some things that's going on in the music industry. And yeah, man, we're gonna have a blast. Right. So we gonna get straight into it.
Let's go.
First question, guys.
Okay.
What is your top 3 hip hop albums?
I'll go first.
I mean, go ahead.
You start looking at me.
You gonna go 3-1, or you gonna let them in any order? Or you just gonna put out your best 3?
I ain't gonna list them in any
it's
order
because
they all had their different moments with me. So I'm gonna go Carter 2. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Lil Wayne, my favorite artist.
That's classic.
I'm gonna go Thug Motivation 101. Yeah, cause I had a moment that was shout out Big Hearn, rest in peace, man. That was our shit, bro. I ain't gonna lie, that was our shit. Camden Park days, man. Shout out them Northside boys. And then I'm gonna go dang, man, cause I know this your favorite artist, so I really don't want to say it. I don't even want to go there, man. God dang, I'm gonna go. Nothing was the same with Drake. All right.
No, that's a classic.
That's a classic.
It is.
That's one of my favorite albums. I don't want to, cause I know Moy got a album from.
So
his
you really gave
artist.
me your top 3, 3, 4 is real.
One of yours.
Thank you, bro. Because I was about to say you about to have the exact same list as me, bro.
I mean, you good.
You about to piss me off, Freddie.
Good.
Man, look, I'm gonna tell y'all my top 3 hip hop albums. All right.
Okay.
Dialing, bro. Get Rich or Die Trying, Get Rich or Die Trying, and Get Rich or Die Trying, bro. That 2003, bro.
I love it.
No effing skips, bro.
I love it.
I can
That's a
name
classic.
when I can name you every single song on the album list, like list from the intro to What Up Gangsta to Patiently Waiting, Many Men in the Club, High All the Time. Bro. I can literally, I'll list it all for you, bro. So many classics. PIMP. Bro,
that was
that's the number one, and I don't even want to hear nothing. There was a whole moment, bro. It was a whole moment the way he came in, smashed it on a debut album. It was just nothing like it. So
G-Unit,
yes, sir, yes, bro. That has so much heat behind it. That momentum pushed 3 platinum albums from the other G Unit members just off the strength of Get Rich or Die Trying. But anyway,
in a great movie.
I was just finna say that.
In a great movie. But anyway, I don't want. This ain't all about Get Rich or Die Trying. So that's definitely on my top.
But I do want to say that I love that album, and I didn't say it because I know that's one of your favorite artists. But I do love that album too.
That's a classic, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Classic.
I feel like that's in everybody's top 3.
Carter 2. Yeah, of course. Carter 2 is up there.
You said 2 or 1?
He said 2.
2.
Oh, okay.
2 and 3 is like right there, but 2 was just a little different.
And then my other one was Thug Motivation 101. But let me come back to me. Go with yours and come back to me. I'm gonna give you my number 4. Then.
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna switch it up, y'all.
Yeah.
I'm gonna switch it up. So one of my favorite albums, man. This was really hard. Is my boy Kanye.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go Congratulations.
Okay.
I mean Graduation.
Graduation. I'm with you.
Congratulations. That's one of the songs. That's my bad. But Graduation. I like College Dropout too.
Okay.
But that was one of his first ones. You know, that's with the Wire, like them songs like that.
Yeah.
But,
what was that? His 3rd then?
What?
Graduation.
Graduation was like his 2nd, right? That was his 2nd.
That was the 2nd.
Yeah.
Because it went College Dropout,
and then Graduation. Wasn't it Graduation?
Let's see.
I think it was Graduation. You checking it out?
If you loved it as much as I love Get Rich or Die Trying, bro.
Yeah. So, all right. So that's in my top 3. My top 3. My next one will be Kendrick Lamar, Good Kid.
Mad City?
Yeah, Good Kid, Mad City. That's a classic right there.
That was out there for me too, bro.
That's a classic. And then I'm not going to lie. One of my favorite artists is my boy Drake. And it's hard to choose between... Nothing was a 3rd.
Late registration was 2nd.
There we go. I knew there was one between.
Yeah, it's hard to choose between Nothing Was the Same, Views, and Take Care. So I'm gonna just put all of them. And you can't cop out like that. All of them. You can't cop out like that. I'm gonna put 50.
I gotta put Thug Motivation 101 and 3. You know what I'm saying? I gotta put Carter 2 and Carter 3. Cause man, they had them albums was live too, but them some good albums. Mm-hmm. Yeah, them some good albums. I like them.
Some crazy albums.
I feel like we got some good taste in the room. Some good taste in the room. Any sleeper albums?
Yep. T.I. Urban Legend.
That's a classic.
24's Rubber Band Man.
Yes, sir. Good one.
Some of those.
Good one.
That's a good one.
Good one.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, I'm finna mess y'all up with this one. And it's a woman. It's a classic album. It's the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill.
Yeah, that one's dope. Okay. That was a little bit before my time, so I ain't jamming like that. I was still too young for that.
Okay, I like that
one right there.
I mean, you always gotta give. I know we're gonna get a lot of hate from West Coast people for not mentioning. I mean, you got Good Kid, Mad City, but we ain't mentioned The Chronic, and I know that's a classic, and a lot of people's.
Dre, 2001, that was a good album.
Yeah, like some of those West Coast albums that was classics was like. Shit, we was in diapers. Don't get me wrong though. Like our dad was a music head, so we listened to a lot of those albums. Don't get me wrong. A lot of Tupac albums. Like
a lot of Tupac.
Shit, me and my daddy was in the living room jamming Tupac when he passed. He got the call, and we literally was in the living room in Acres home.
Crazy.
And my dad was like, "What?" And we was jamming Tupac. So that's crazy. So we jammed a lot of them. But I think it was just. When I speak about like my great albums or my favorite albums, it's kind of like when I was a little bit mature in my
we were in the teenage.
I'm really feeling
that's
the
what
music.
felt us and influenced us a lot back then. Yeah, and it's got that nostalgia for us too, bro.
Yeah, but man, you got me with that T.I. because I ain't gonna lie, bro.
T.I. had
Urban Legend. If you go back, bro, there's a lot of classic songs on that album. So that's like hard. When you look at an album, a lot of times you be like. Man, it's got like 3, maybe 4 good songs that you want to jam all the time. But like when you get like an urban legend, where you can jam the majority of it, or like for me, Get Rich or Die Trying, I can jam it like no skips front to back. Those are like the classic that's got to be up there for you. Like there's a lot of solid projects and everything, but those top tier ones they're just different, bro. And all y'all, man, y'all can miss me with Reasonable Doubt and The Blueprint and Illmatic and all that. They just didn't resonate as a Southern person. It didn't resonate the same for me. So.
I feel that.
One of the new albums, like that I've been jamming, and it came out like a year or 2 ago. Our boy La Russell, Days Like This. It's 7-8 songs on there, but it's like no skip. I jam almost every day. Like I can relate to the songs. It's just something that just do something to me every time. Like I'm like, damn, I feel you on that, like for real. So
let me ask y'all something, because a lot of these albums we mentioning are like. Back in those days, like back in the 2000s, right? Yeah. What album that's came out in the last 5 years do you jam all the way through like that?
The one I just said is something. Nothing was the same.
Was that last 5 years?
Nah, that wouldn't be 5 years, but days like this is be one. You know which one? You know what's a good one that I would say? Because I was jamming it the other day. Rod Wave. Superfly.
Oh yeah, that's his recent one.
Yeah,
right?
that's recent. That's the second to last one. The one he dropped in 2021. He went on a 2-year run with just that album. And when you go on runs with just one album, it's legit.
Yeah,
it's a legit.
Broadway been on the
and then he went from clubs, small, arenas and stuff to now selling out big arenas off that album and then his new album. So I like that album.
The only one I could think of lately, and part of this I think streaming messed it up for a lot of people, because back then when you really liked it, you would go buy the album and then you spent your money on it, so you had to get those listens in. Now streaming, you could just be bouncing all over the place. You don't listen to a whole cohesive project a lot. But the last one I remember really would be The Marathon, bro. Oh, the Marathon's one of the last 5 years that I really liked a lot.
That's a good one.
But other than that, I don't really know that too many albums that I listen to front to back that much.
It's a Game album that Game dropped in
the last 5 years.
No, it wouldn't be the 5 years, because this had to be 2013. It was a solid project.
When did 444 drop? I know a lot of people mess with 444.
I was just finna say my boy.
444 was all right. It was all right to me.
It was all right to me too. Like I said, a couple good songs.
It was all right.
Man, I gotta throw my boy Juice WRLD in there, man.
Yeah.
I gotta throw my boy Juice, man. Like,
Sauce Walker, Ghetto Gospel was really good.
That's classic.
Yeah, that's a classic.
A classic.
He was like rapping on there and letting people know that he had lyrics, and he was speaking a lot of truth in there. I like when people like get on albums, kind of like the 50, the Carter 2, you know what I'm saying? Thug Motivation, the T.I. Like when you get on there and you spitting that shit, like you talking your talk, and you talking to the people, like the people can really gravitate to you. You just not on there just rapping, and it's like, oh yeah, they jam, but you know, I can't really get with it. You know what I'm saying? But you really speaking, and I'm like, man, I hear that, I can feel that. I like those albums.
I think that's why J. Cole, one of my, because we didn't even give him his flowers, but J. Cole
got a few albums.
Yeah, he got a few of them that's just classics all the way through. You know what I mean?
J. Cole, even his was in my top 5.
Friday Night Lights, like that's a mixtape, that bring me back.
Next time, let's do mixtapes, bro.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have Wayne. You know what I'm saying?
Wayne.
I'm gonna have
nothing but Wayne.
Dedication. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna have my boy Slim Thug on there too, in the Screwed Up Click, man.
They had a run, bro.
Them boy had a run, man. My boy Slim Thug wanna be a baller freestyle. I've been jamming every day for some reason the past 3 weeks. It's just I just been jamming it, man.
That go back to that T.I. era, that Mike Jones, all of that. Like that was a whole era.
That boy T.I. T.I. pulled up to Houston. That was a whole different era. Yeah, so that area, Nah, I like it. It's a few. I can go all day though, to be honest. Now that we get to talking and thinking, there's a lot of good music out there. Any female artist albums that y'all listen to? That
I just told you that Lauryn Hill. That was crazy. That was like
Invasion of Privacy was fire, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, I like
Cardi B. That was. Is that the only album she's dropped? I feel like it is.
That might be
the
only album,
because I can't think of it.
But that's a lot of singles.
Yeah, that song I jammed it. I don't necessarily jam female rappers that much because a lot of times you know it's the same content.
Right, I got what you're saying. Like kind of talking the same.
But Invasion of Privacy kind of took it to another level. It had that content, of course, but it dug a little bit deeper into like the relationship side of things. With
I think everything else was mixtapes. Yep. Yeah, everything else was mixed.
Yeah, I think Cardi B just dropping singles and features and making bread off that. Yep.
Yeah, that's how.
Amigos, all the cultures. I think a couple of them dropped in the last 5 years. Like Culture 3 went hard, so I could say I jammed that one a lot.
They mixtape game was crazy though.
Oh, the last Rocket, Takeoff went hard. Takeoff was one of my favorite solo album out of the first 3 debuts of Quavo and Offset.
Yeah.
All right, so this brings me to my next question then. How do y'all feel like the state of hip hop is now? Do y'all feel like it's on the upward trend, it's on the downward trend? Like how y'all feel about the state of hip hop in general?
It's crazy because I was just talking about this. I feel like the state of hip hop right now is not in good shape.
Yeah.
I feel like people are still making good music, but with the labels and the music that they driving right now, I think it's gonna end up crashing and burning because we hearing the same thing. I don't feel like hip hop is in a creative mode right now. It used to be very creative, but I just think we hit a plateau with what the labels want us to hear right now. So that's how I feel.
I feel like we could put the blame on the labels a lot, bro, but the labels gonna give you what you consume. So if you got a lot of people just consuming the garbage for, let's call it what it is. Not necessarily, I don't want to say garbage,
but like,
not like just simplistic things, right? Not things that make you think so hard. That if that's what sells the most, that's what the label's job is to do, make money. That's what they're gonna go. They're gonna go for profit. For me, I feel like you were saying there's upward or downward. I feel like it's downward. I honestly don't feel like I don't necessarily. Sometimes I'm like I struggle to find new music. I always end up going back to the old classics that I know already. That I have my playlist set. I used to add a lot to a new playlist. Oh, I need to get this one on. I need to add this one to a new playlist. Now I listen to something, I could take it or leave it. You know, there's some good songs, but not as many as before. I think TikTok is some of the problem. You find a good TikTok song that's got a good hook that a lot of people can replay the sound, and that's what takes off. So it's a good 15 seconds of a song, but it's not a whole good song. And the time span of a song is like 2 minutes and 30 seconds nowadays. And for me, I consume a lot of my music in the car, and I like to find a good song to ride to.
Me too.
And it's like it's over, and before the song, I'm even getting into the zone of where that feeling that song trying to get me to. I like 4 or 5 minute songs where I can jam it, repeat it. 10 minutes. I'm like, man, that's a good time span of just be jamming for one song twice. I'm like, damn. But now,
most definitely,
you ain't getting no 4-5 minutes on no more attention span.
For as an artist, like you know what I mean. It's just like attention span. I know that's kind of like crazy to even talk about, but even as an artist, like it's something to think about. Like a lot of, especially today's age, like people attention span of just staying on the song is just like TikTok. How you scrolling, like you look at this 30 seconds, but I kind of like I'm going to the next. You know what I mean? So even as artists, it's like not only do we have to be in our creative bag, but it's like how can I gravitate your attention span in like this first really 10 seconds like of this song to make sure that
before
it
you could let it breathe a little bit. Now you just gotta go right in.
Because now you got a lot of artists that ain't that's not even letting it. You know how like song you listen to old school songs, the beat will come on, you kind of vibing for a little bit. Now you got, if you pay attention to songs, it's coming straight in.
Like it used to build.
Yeah, it used to build. It'll come straight in. Like you know what I mean. That's one of the reasons, attention span.
Yeah, bro.
You know.
So going back to what I was saying with the labels, though, what I do feel is that labels push a certain image out right now. So even though you got artists that are making some quality, really good music, that's not what the labels are pushing out. They only pushing out a certain type of music. So I put a little blame on the labels because they not pushing like the other artists that are like more like J. Cole's, right? So we got artists like that, but we not really hearing them because the label's not really pushing them. So some of those artists are more so trying to go independent, which will make it a little harder for you to get mainstream. So it ain't just putting all the blame on them, but just like, hey, let's push Lil Russell, you know, even though I know he's independent and things like that, but like push that type of music. Some of the music that you kind of like, you know what I'm saying, when you talk about TIs and things like that, but they just don't push it the way they used to. You know,
I like what you're saying. You basically saying like hip hop is deeper than or broader than just trap music,
right?
Like, you know what I mean?
Just killing or nigga this, like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's more to it, you know, like you can still have a little bit of that in your flow, don't get me wrong, but it's more than just that, right? It's more than all I hear is I'm shooting, killing, da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that you can't have a little, you know, bars in there saying things like that, but if that's the whole song, that's a problem. Then if I click on the next song and that's the whole song, then that's a problem. One of the young artists that I really like is Lil Tyler. The reason is because he could easily be an artist like that, right? Not saying that he won't say little bars, but he kind of stay away from that image and try to be fly, try to get money, mess more with female, more chilling. Cool, chilling. I like that. I like that more than every other word you gonna do this, do that, because now that type of music is really affecting our youth right now. You know what I'm saying? Being really in the youth. And don't get me wrong, like I said, it ain't like I ain't listening to, you know, hype, trap music, whatever you want to call it, gangster music. But I think it's to a different extent right now in hip hop. And then I do feel like we should be able to push more positive music or just, you know, vibe music, something you can jam in your car that you ain't like, man, goddamn, man, shit, I'm finna go rob the pizza place right now.
A lot of times it's not even the you know what's in the music, because sometimes it can be the same subject matter. But like we were just watching the Scarface Tiny Desk, bro, and he talking about the same stuff, right? The same stuff that goes in neighborhoods and the block and everything. Right. But the way he talk about it and break it down and give you a different perspective and you know kind of structures these words together and does like just paints a whole story for you, bro. It just lets you know how music was back in his age. You know, we were like on the later stage of it, but just listening to it, bro, it just touches you a little bit differently. You know what I mean? Just the way he was like so clear with his words and everything. It was just different. It's just like it touches a different string in you when you listen to somebody like Scarface, a technician like that, to somebody like now that they do a little bit more with their vocals, kind of like Thugger was great at it. The way he just switches his voice a little bit to make the song sound great, but the subject matter might not be the same as like a Scarface was back in the day. No, and I prefer that. Although when you're in a club though, you'd rather hear Thugger or something like
Thugger
that.
can rap too though.
Yeah. Oh no, for sure.
And we ain't say nothing about Thugger. Hey, shout out Thugger, man. Man. Got me a check. Got a check. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Yo, man. Free you,
this
man.
Here lifestyle.
I remember that.
He had
a whole run.
He had a whole Young Money on his back, bro.
Him and Rich Homie.
Free you, bro. Free you.
Definitely.
Nah, but that's how I feel. Can it get better? Yes.
Yeah.
Will it get better? Probably so. We the culture. We the future of music. When you talk about hip hop, I know it's gonna get better. It's just finding them artists to change it. You know what I'm saying? So
going back to what you were saying then, so like, all right, if we feel like labels are the one who pushing this narrative, pushing this certain image, us as consumers, and I make music, like how do we change this narrative?
It's gonna be hard because, like, I was talking to somebody about it. Like, so if I'm driving with my team and I'm turning on 97.9 and they playing whatever they playing, then we can't stop the average listener from listening to that because that's where they go for their music. You see what I'm saying? So and it's hard to stop a radio station from playing a certain type of music because the labels are paying you. So you ain't got no choice but to play that music. So that's the hard part. I think the only good thing you can get is trying to get radio stations and other people to play good music, you know.
Most definitely. So do we take the blame as consumers then?
Average person don't have nothing to do with what if that record get played on the radio unless it just really get break in the streets, right? Like, so if a Ken the Man coming out of Houston just been grinding, then 97.9 probably gonna try to break you to help you, right? But for Young Thug or for a Drake or anybody like that, like they automatically getting played from their label. Like it's no ifs, ands, or buts. Like you can't label like you can't stop that. Like,
so you don't think like as consumer we could just ride? Like if I call up there every day and I'm like, hey man, I want to listen to.
Nah.
Not if it's the same one person.
I'm saying us as consumers.
Because the music industry is really cutthroat and it's really different. You know what I'm saying? You think about how gangster music even started and the way they approach it. The labels, you know, they had a meeting right with everybody. You know what I'm saying? They had to sign something saying, hey, whatever we talked about in this meeting stayed in this meeting. Some people left out that meeting, some people stayed, right? And then they pushed like your NWAs and more of that music, and we see how it involves some for the good, don't get me wrong, you know, free speech, getting out what we need to get out, but then some come from the bad because now they want to push more killing, black on black crime, things like that, brown on brown crime, like that's what they start pushing, and it was so it can affect our community. So, and that's where it go back to what you saying, that's the big thing. That's why I say labels, because I know where it started from, the background, and where we at now. And it comes from back when they started pushing the NWA all the way to now.
No, most definitely. Most definitely, man. It's deeper than.
It's real deep. It's real deep. So
most definitely.
I think it's tough to break into to the industry as a new artist with a different agenda than what's popular. But I think I still feel like probably right now the internet's the best way to go. You know,
that's the only way.
Gaining your fan base through YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, those type of things. And once you get enough followers on there, then you have some leverage to take to a label and then have them see things your way. But
because the people are talking for you now,
you know
exactly.
What I'm saying? You got some clout behind you,
right? So that's the only ways, you know what I'm saying, that I feel like it can work as well.
That's what we doing right now. You know what I mean? That's it. Just pushing, just creating that leverage. I often see people do it, like Russell, Russ. He did it independently.
Russ, one of the big ones.
So, I mean, it's definitely out there to do.
Yeah.
You know,
also, shout out my boy Russell because he just got 1 million followers.
Yeah, he just hit a mill.
Bro, I feel like he should have been had that.
You would think, but he just hit it. Last week.
That's crazy, bro.
This week.
It might have been just the other day.
Yeah, shout out you, man.
Yeah, most definitely.
All of y'all boys. Shout out y'all grinding.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. So look, my last question before we get up out of here is, you know, we done talked about artists, you know, albums, music in general, but what are y'all looking for in an artist in today's age?
creativity. I feel like a lot of people try to sound and be like others. Creativity is everything.
Yeah.
You know, you listen to all the great artists, they always talk about creativity.
Yeah.
I listened to Rihanna talk about her and A$AP Rocky today. And they was asking would they make another collab or anything like that. And she was just saying basically she feel like they can always create something because they a bunch of creators. And then if you go back and look at their background, they great at what they do, if it's in music or in fashion. But I feel like being creative, man, like stepping outside the box, not being scared to be you is what a new artist gotta be. So like I got friends, you know, that rap and things like that, and I feel like they better than what they showing, but they scared to leave that box that they're in, you know, and I feel like you just gotta jump outside of that box and be creative, and you'll end up being great over time. You may take 5 years, it may take 10, but you know, everybody got their story. Go look at the Bruno Mars story.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What about you? How you feel?
What I look for in like a new artist is basically like something new. Like you don't want the same thing. You don't want to hear another version of somebody. You just want to hear somebody who's themselves and brings a new sound that sounds good. That, and I also look for versatility. Somebody who can ride a beat and then flip it and just give you bars at the same time. Something that give you a good hook, a good bridge, and then but give you a good verse at the same time. That's what I look for.
Yeah.
But something different. Like when Future came out, he was something totally different. Thugger came out, something totally different.
Migos, like they all different.
Just different, just something different, something that catches your attention. But you can still see that there's good music and good lyrics behind it.
Right.
Not just random stuff, but that's what I look for in a new artist. The last new artist I'm trying to think. I hate getting put on the spot because I gotta, but I can't. Like I'm trying to think of the last new artist that I listened to. I can't really think of it right now, but probably Coriduzzit, bro.
Yeah, shout out Coriduzzit.
He was different, you know.
Fun Sway way, man.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Y'all gotta listen to that album, Fun Sway.
Yes, sir.
That was one.
Nah, I appreciate
one of the ones. For sure. Wait till January, you finna get another one of the ones.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to show y'all the cover art. I feel like I showed brother, but
I seen it. Yeah, it's going down, man. Coriduzzit.
Yeah, we getting ready to drop, y'all.
I'm telling you,
January is a month away, bro.
Yeah. 2024, we already ready. The album is already ready. You know what I'm saying? It's put in the track list is in order. Matter of fact, we may put the we may do that on the podcast. Just come on here, play all the songs on here.
You might have to go live.
And then we'll pick them all together. We'll pick them. We'll do the track list together, man. I'm telling you, it's going down, bro. And that's not gonna be the only album he dropped.
This is a listening party, bro. Throw all these chairs, be sitting in a circle.
We're gonna be good.
Chill.
Yeah, man, and we dropping more than one album this year. I'm telling you. It's going down.
What about you, Corey? What do you look for? I'm as an artist yourself.
Well, like y'all pretty much hit it on the nail. Like what I look for is originality.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean. I like to hear things that's different.
A good word. That's basically what I was trying to say.
Like, originality. Like that. What makes you different? Like you know what I mean. I think that's who I gravitate the most. That's why I love X. You know. A lot of people didn't like X. I liked X, but not only because he can spit, but just because he was just so versatile. Like he was a fresh air. Same with Juice, and you know that whole little run. A lot of people don't like that run, but I like that run of artists too. You know what I mean? And then just consistency. You know what I mean? I feel like in today's age, not a lot of artists are consistent. Like a lot of I got a lot of artist friends. You know, no shade, but it's just like. Just being consistent in what you do, having that hunger, like you know what I mean, being outside, you know, pushing your music. You don't see that from a lot of people. You see just one click and let it, and it's over with. Like I just dropped my music, like you know what I'm saying. I just dropped the song, like, and that's it. So
and that's a big thing with new artists. Like you gotta understand, like you can't just drop your music and expect the blind to go listen to it. You know what I mean? You really have to push your music, and it's not pushing it for a month. You know, like my girl Ken the Man, she pushed her stuff almost a year, you know what I'm saying, and it finally took off. You know, like you just never know. You know, you can go on a run,
and the year is early. It usually takes long.
Like you can go on a run for 2 years ago from a song 2 years ago or 3 years ago. You just never know. So you just got to be consistent. Like I feel like even with Corey, like he got the song 2 a.m. like that everybody loves,
right?
And it's like that song probably gonna be like out the blue. We gonna turn on the radio and it's like, oh, it's playing. Yeah, just because it's just one of those ones. And he made it, you know, a year or 2 years ago, you know. But every time he play it, everybody go crazy. So you just never know.
We're just waiting on it to get to the masses.
Yeah, that's it. So man, I'm with y'all on that. You know, you just got to be consistent. You know, you got to continue to put the work out. And when you drop your music, promote that shit. Keep dropping TikTok videos, YouTube videos, tweet your friends, hit your auntie, your grandma, walk up to strangers, like just do everything to get some people to listen to your music. Because once that one person listen to it and they like it, they're gonna let somebody else hear it, and then it's just gonna go.
It's that ripple effect. Yep. You know what I mean? I think you hit it on the nail, because a lot of artists be in their head. You know what I mean? Just about what to do, how to do it, what people think. You know what I mean? And when you look at some of the greatest people, they didn't give a fuck. You can't give a fuck.
You can't give a fuck.
Like Tyler, Creator, this nigga came out.
He don't care.
He ate a roach.
Yeah, like,
everybody, like the normal person would have thought that was crazy, but it blew him up. You know what I mean? And look at him today. You know what I mean? So
some good stuff, man. You can't worry about what everybody else say. If you like your music, drop that shit, and then it's gonna be somebody that like you, or it's gonna be somebody that be like, hey, you can get better. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, but drop that shit.
Most definitely. Well, y'all, I appreciate y'all. That's the first episode of Hip Hop Talk. You know what I mean? Drop y'all top 5 comments, and that's it.
Hey, before we get out of here, bro. Did you come from an ugly Christmas sweater party or something, bro? Like, what's
man, I'm in a holiday spirit. I'm not gonna lie, these lights got me hot. I started sweating like 5 times. I'm like, dang, why did I wear this?
He should have colored the sound of black.
I reminisce.